Hey guys, BreakWizard59 here, and welcome back to a look at my brand new LEGO custom modular building. And this is my LEGO City Police Station. Now, if you've been following my channel for some time, you know that I love to make LEGO modular police stations, as I have made multiple versions in the past, and this is my newest version of my LEGO City Police Station. Now this modular building is quite large, as it is two 36 by 36 base plates and features two floors packed with detail of jail cells, debrief area, chief's office, armory, surveillance area. There is just so much in this building. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here's a look at the police station by itself, and it's definitely quite large. Now if you've seen my previous police station modular building, I tried to keep that style of building while making this, except I did kind of make it a bit larger. Now the overall shape, I didn't want to make just a plain rectangular building, as I am basically rebooting my LEGO City, rebuilding it, and I want all the buildings to be unique in some way. So this building, what you see here, is you have this front section here, which actually is like extends out from the rest of the building by about 5-6 studs. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look. So on the very front, you have a lot of windows letting in a lot of light, and they all follow the same pattern where you have the 3x4 window on top of which you have two 2x3 stud windows. And I think it looks really good, and once again, they are all across. The first floor does actually have, the first floor windows do have these modified plates which kind of act as ledges for the windows, and I think it looks pretty good. So on the very front you have your double doors as well as a light on each side, and I think that looks really good. Now let's go ahead and quickly take a bit of a look at the side. It's quite large, so it's going to be a bit tough to see, but again, there's really nothing on the side, as it's actually going to be placed against two other buildings, so you won't really see the side view. But I do again have a couple windows there. And let's go ahead and move it to the very back, like so. And on the very back, again, we're not going to really see this part, so it's kind of ugly, but you do have a door here, which I'll show you from the inside as well. I can't open it. But anyways, moving along other side, it's a bit tough to see because it's so large, but there's nothing at all there except for just plain brick. You can see right there. And now once again we come back to the front. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the first floor. Alright, so to get to the building, if you did not know, a modular building means you can actually separate the building by a floor. So basically the roof just, as you see here, just pops right off. Let's actually take the helicopter off first. But it just pops off like so. There's a look at the second floor. Now we'll take a look at the first floor first, but I just want to show you the way I made the second floor was because it's so large, two base plates, instead of making one huge floor, I separated it into three different sections. So here's one section. Then here we have your second section, which will let you remove the third section here. And then here's your middle section, which also lifts up, and that reveals the first floor. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so there is just so much on this first floor. Once again, here you have your doorway leading inside. Here you have your waiting area, a small hallway in the back, which leads to the surveillance room, armory. On the other side, you have a prisoner meeting area, or visitor area, as well as a staircase to the second floor. So let's start off taking a look here at your like entranceway here with your waiting area. So in the waiting area, you can see we have a small camera on the back, as well as a desk here for a police officer and a few seats on each side. And then you have three doors in the back. So these doors right over there lead to the hallway in the very back, and we'll get a look at that in a sec. And then that door actually leads to the prisoner meeting area, which we'll take a look at now. Alright, so here is a closer look. Once again, this is a waiting area with the door So this is where just your regular visitors would come through, and they would end up sitting here, and you would bring your prisoners down here into this room. So you can see we have a couple seats there, and basically what you have is a window. So this is basically like if you've seen real prisons or prisons in movies, you know when someone wants to visit someone in jail, they sit like on opposite sides of the glass, and then you of course have your phones which you use to communicate with each other. So that's basically what I did here. Now I know it's kind of tough to see, but again, there's a look at the glass, and then here are a couple of phones which your minifigures can end up picking up and using for communicating. And then here's a look at the stairs here, and again you have a doorway here leading into the main hallway. And here's a look at the main hallway. Here's your two doors that lead to it. And again, I did not want to make it such that you can actually go through the... At first I had made the visiting area door over here, so you can come in through here, but then that would kind of expose the rest of the station, and I did kind of want security for the police. So I ended up putting the visiting area door right over there. Moving along here, we have a look at the armory. And it's quite large, so I'll show you from a few different angles. But on this angle, you can see we have a ton of brick arms weapons here. Let's zoom in a bit so you can get a better look at that. I know it's a bit like fuzzy, but over here we have a few brick arms weapons. Same thing, a few axes, and then these pieces are used for your helmets. We'll zoom out a bit again and now spin it around and give you a better look at it. Now because it's quite large, it's a bit difficult to spin around here, but here's again a better look. Here on the other side, what you have is a few pieces here for like backpacks and bullet vests and a couple of flashlights. And then here's also another rack full of weapons. And then here we have a surveillance area, which is pretty cool, so I'll remove the minifigure. So this is our surveillance area. You can see we have a few computer screens as well as a desk and a chair, and that's where your minifigure would sit. And that kind of is, again, the surveillance room where he can kind of get a look at the entire station. And then here's once again a better look at the visitor area. Here you have your windows here and the telephones, and then you got a guy here, and this is like his lawyer, and then we have a police officer at guard. And then over here we just have a few lockers and drawers here for the police officers, and that leads up to the stairs. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the second floor. Alright, so here we have a look at the second floor, and I know it's quite packed, so we'll go ahead and do it section by section. Starting off here in the very corner. So basically here we have the staircase leading up, and when you come up, you have two ways of entry. You can either go ahead and go through this door right over here, or come just straight and enter this door. So basically what we have here, and I think the best way to do this is just do it section by section once again, and kind of show it to you up close. So this is where the stairs would come in, and when you come in, you can again go any of these two sides. Now this room here is like your debrief room. So you have a few chairs. This is where your commissioner would do the debrief. You could see there we have a TV, and on the other side you have a map of the city. So that's kind of like where you do your debriefs. And if you choose to go through this door, you would come to this area right over here. And there is a lot here. So basically we have a ton of desks here. This is where your like analysts and like callers, the ones who receive the people who receive 911 calls, they would be working here. You can see there are just a lot of desks, and the cool thing is I actually use these like cool box pieces as we zoom in here, but these are actually the box, the crate pieces which I use to make the desks. But as you can see, we have just 6 desks here. Some have cool computer screens and a ton of papers here which they need to work on. And then over here we have the jail cell area with the SWAT guard up front, and we'll again take a look at that in just a second. But first let's go ahead and take a look at this section right over here. And again, same thing, I'm gonna have to just remove the section here in order to get actually a really good look at it. So here's how it looks from the other side. Once again, the door to enter would be right here. So this is what we have. So we have, again, there's a SWAT guard, but we have this area here. This is actually the commissioner's office. You can see it's a bit tough to see. So we have the commissioner there along with a couple of chairs and a safe, and you can see nice glass windows. Then this is your interrogation room. So you can see we have this man here interrogating a prisoner, and there's of course like the one-way window which your other police officers are looking on, and here is a guard standing outside. Then you again have glass doors for those, and that is a look at the center section. As we'll place that back now, and it just fits right inside like so, and like so, and it just fits right back in place. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the final section, which is your prisoner area. Sorry about that. But again, there is a look at the door. So you have your barred or jail door, and that leads inside to this section. Now basically what we have here is quite a bit. So we have 3 jail cells, 1, 2, and 3, and then this is like where your control room would be. So once again, I'll just remove the section so you can get a better look. So here's how it works. So you have your jail door. When you enter, you have your 3 jail cells, 1, 2, and 3. You got a prisoner there, and you got an officer escorting another one. And then this area, which we'll take a look at now, you have a window there, and this is where your guard has the 3 levers. Those are to control each of the 3 jail cells. So that's kind of like your control room, and there's basically a look at the final section. And that again pops right back like so. So there is a look at my Lego City Police Station 2nd floor. And finally we have the roof of the building. It has a gray brick outline throughout the entire roof, and I did add some texture bricks alternating all throughout to give it a bit of a nice feel. But here we have your helicopter landing pad. This is the one from the City Square set. Just didn't put the TV sticker, so now it's kind of like a police helicopter. And then here, this was another fun little thing. I just added the Batman searchlight here, you know, when they need to call Batman for assistance. Then I got Joker and Batman fighting it out on this side as well. Again, there's a look at the Joker, and there's Batman. So that's a look at the roof. Alright, but anyways, there's a look at my Lego City Police Station. So I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up. And do not forget to subscribe down below. And check out my 20 plus custom modular buildings in my custom modular building playlist on my channel. And also, if you were wondering, in the beginning of the video, you did see these awesome Lego custom police cars. I do have a review out on those as well. I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. This is BrickWizard59. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. But anyways, I'll see you all next time.